Beloved one, there are times in life when a subtle turning begins deep within us, long before the mind is able to understand. Sometimes we walk towards something for years without knowing exactly what it is, and yet somehow the heart senses a direction, like a quiet compass pointing toward an unseen sun. The journey is not about forcing clarity. It is about surrendering to a higher movement that unfolds through us. True spiritual change seldom arrives from where we expect it. When we look to the right, it comes from the left. When we prepare our minds in one direction, the divine enters through another door entirely. This is because the sacred is not responding to our plans. It is responding to our openness. Surrender is not weakness. It is the softening of the rigid structures inside us that keep repeating the same patterns. You have surely felt this. How many times in your life have you pulled yourself upward with tremendous effort only to discover a month later that the old tendencies have returned? It is not because you failed. It is because the residue of the old pattern, the inner glue that binds your habits, was never released. Transformation is an alchemy. You take in new energy, you expand. Then you must consciously release the old tensions that rise to the surface. If you don't release them, they settle again into the familiar form. Beloved, this is why people repeat the same emotional loops for decades. They see the problem, they understand the problem, they even wish to change, but the old inner adhesions remain intact. Unless we surrender the deeper tension, the subtle emotional stickiness, the pattern reforms itself exactly as it was. There is a simple practice you may do, once a week or even daily if life feels heavy. Sit quietly, hands relaxed at your sides, and ask inwardly, may the negative tension in me dissolve. May what binds me be released. Do not worry if your experience is subtle. Sometimes the release feels like a warm flow, sometimes like a heaviness lifting from the chest, and sometimes you only wish it were happening. This is enough. What matters is the sincerity, the inner posture of letting go. The unseen process unfolds beyond the mind's comprehension. The path is not about eliminating tension entirely. Tension is part of being alive. It is about releasing the negative psychic tension, the kind that prevents the heart from opening, the kind that closes the breath, the mind, and the possibility of renewal. When you begin to let this residue drain away, the energy within you becomes fluid instead of solid. You become capable of real change, not because you impose your will, but because you allow the deeper will of life to move through you. The divine does not ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be open, to let the old dissolve, to let the new enter, and to remember that true transformation is not an achievement. It is a continual process of receiving and releasing, like a tide washing through the soul.